Your course syllabus may dictate that you segregate student assignments by categories and then give specific weight to these groupings to achieve a final course grade. For instance, you may specify that homework counts for 10% of the course grade, exams 30%, and term papers 60%, for a total of 100% for the course. Let's take a look how we can create this grading scheme using Canvas assignments and the Canvas gradebook. Here I have my existing Canvas gradebook with all my existing Canvas assignments. The way the scheme is set up right now, each one of these assignments contributes to the total course grade at that particular time. So what's happening right now is all the points so far of all the assignments are put in one big pot. That is, the current score of the student is going to be the points achieved divided by points possible up to that point. We can see here our test student has a percentage of 79.67%. That's 243 divided by 305, with 305 being the points total. If I want to weight this a little bit differently, I can do that. The first thing I'm going to do is navigate to my assignments list by clicking on assignments in the left navigation menu. I'll see all my assignments here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to set and create assignment groups. So I click on the plus group button at the upper right hand corner, and according to my syllabus I'm going to have my assignments divided into 3 different groups. The first group is going to be homework. So I create that assignment group. The next one is going to be term papers. The last group is going to be projects and exams. Okay. So my syllabus has specific weightings for each one of these groups. Now that I've created these, I'm going to go ahead and move my assignments into these groups. Okay, you can see here I have all my assignments divided into groups. I moved everything out of this default assignments assignment group, so I can go ahead and click the settings wheel for that assignment group and select delete. I can delete this as long as I don't have any existing assignments in there. I should be okay. So now I have my assignments divided into assignment groups: homework, term papers, projects, and exams. If I go back and click on grades and go back to the gradebook, I still see all my assignments, but in the far right hand side of my gradebook, I actually see my assignment groups now. So now what this does, it breaks down the student score within each one of those assignment groups. So this is very useful because students can see exactly how they're doing within the assignment groups. Right now, these assignment groups are weighted equally. They all contribute equally to the final course grade based on the assignments in those groups. So technically, the project exams will contribute more because there's more points possible. You can see that's out of 200 points. I'm going to go back into my assignments area, click on assignments again, and now I'm going to apply weighting to these groups. The way I do that is I click on the settings wheel for my assignments, and I click assignment groups weight. Then I click the weight final grade based on assignment groups button. Here I can specify my weightings. So in this case, I'm going to say homework is worth 10%, term paper is going to be worth 30%, and project exams are going to be worth 40% for a total of 60% for a total of 100%. I click save, and now my weightings are applied to these assignment groups. If I go back to my gradebook, my total column here is going to be a little non-intuitive because this Canvas is weighting these assignment groups based on my weightings I gave them. and you can see the total grade will be here. Now the total doesn't appear in points anymore, it's just a straight percentage, because that's going to make more sense as these groups are weighted. Okay. So that's how you apply weighting to your actual Canvas assignments and gradebook. If I click back to my assignments list, notice I again have my 3 assignment groups. I can go ahead and add more assignments to these groups as well. The way it's set up right now, I can add as many assignments as I want, give them the appropriate point value, but this group, say for instance term papers, will always be 30% of the final grade. This gives me flexibility when I assign points to my assignments. I can go ahead and create another term paper, give it say worth 100 points, and it'll contribute to this final grade, but it will also be calculated along with these other assignments at 30%. So term papers in this case is always going to be 30%. The only thing you have to watch out for is the point value of the particular assignments. In this case here, term paper 2 is going to contribute more to the final grade because it's worth twice as much as my term paper 1 at 50 points. So that's the only thing you really have to worry about. But just know that this will give you more flexibility. You can create 1 assignment here, 10 assignments, 1,000 assignments. They'll always be 30% of the final grade in this particular case here, or 60% here, or 10% here.